Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about OET exam which I recently gave. And don't mistake me, this is my second time, meaning I've passed OET and the validation of like 2 years has passed on. So I was supposed to give another time and I gave it yesterday. So I'm waiting for the results. So let me just talk briefly on how the OET exam is currently designed and what kind of problems we can face as the test takers. Firstly, whenever you are preparing for an English exam, or let's say for any language exam, of course there's only English exam out there, so anytime whatever it is, jokes apart, let me tell you that if you are not passed, okay, if you have not got the B criteria, that is the B grade, don't let yourself down because of that reason. It doesn't mean that you are not supposed to go to the Western country, and neither does it mean that you don't know English. It's all about building on the vocabulary. When you go in with this particular idea, this exam starts to make sense. Now, there are a lot of people out there who simply say that, oh, yeah, I know English really well. So this exam is supposed to be easy for me. Well, it doesn't really work that way. If you don't know English, or if you know English, if you're a medium speaker or you're a native speaker, it is not a big deal. This is the icebreaker. Just think of it like any other exam. If you put in the effort, you're likely to pass, right? So in the same way, the same principle applies to a language exam, especially an OET exam. However, I would say an extra effort is required for OET because the materials are not many, especially when it comes to the official website, or if you want to do any other files out there floating around, or if you want to subscribe to any other websites or anything. I'm not here to promote these websites, and neither am I doing that. I am only talking about the range of tests that we do before getting into the exam day. This really doesn't matter, and the idea is to get you to build on the skills. Now, some people may build on the skills in like 7 days, and some may have elaborate time to build on the skills and may take like 14 days. Now, depending on your busy schedule, you're likely to squeeze in this OET preparation, right? So many people, they likely try and tell you that, oh yes, I cleared the exam in 7 days and I cleared the exam in 14 days. Now, that doesn't mean that a person who is clearing the exam in a very short time actually knows the tips and tricks for the exam. In fact, it is also noted, and most of my friends who did this exam pretty quickly, they had to give it again. Isn't that a pain in the head to go through all of that process? Especially an English exam is not a easy exam, I would say. It's not a joke. It is more than anything else. And especially because this exam comes down as a criteria for you to move in from the home country to the foreign country, it becomes a very challenging exam. Most of the times these exams can take a toll on your mental health. I never thought of it like an exam, you know. You have to always be spontaneous and practical for this. Let me be honest with you, there are so many strategies to work on, and you just have to keep applying at every practice. um, just be mindful of the practice tests that are being offered on the OET. You do not have wide range of tests, especially when it comes to reading and listening. There are very limited texts and very limited material for you to put your hands on and have a practice. So just go with basic ideas and apply those ideas on the exam day. You should be fine. And when it comes to how hard or easy the paper was on the exam day, I would say it is very different. It is different to what we usually see in the sample tests. And it doesn't really go well, especially on the exam day, if they give you bright, long read texts and also for listening things. So this exam is something that keeps you on nerves. It gets onto your nerves, and it also kills your motivation as well, especially because it is especially because there is high chance of failing in this exam. And when you fail, you're likely to think that you're not capable of going to a Western country. I literally had crammed and I've been going through all these thoughts because I really had a hard time passing this exam. And so it really did not come down. But then when I started to analyze and understand my skills, I tried to just at least get a decent grade on this exam. So it's really, really very important to not get this to your mind. Do not let this depress you in any other way. You're likely going to have another go, and then you can just pass out. But then there is a lot of business aspects attached to this, I would say, because um, it's more like a money making stuff. Do not go doubting on yourself whether you are really eligible to go to a Western country and handle people over here. Do not think of things like you don't know English. It doesn't really tests your English, but it tests your ability to use multiple vocabularies in healthcare settings. So that is all it is. So I hope this has been helpful and motivating. If you like to book a reading or speaking test, do let me know. And I wish you all the best for this exam.